Welcome to Heaven and Health YouTube channel. I am your host, Jojo Spa, and today we are going to talk about some physical health issues. Again, we always do every month 4 pillars of health, and this week is our physical health, and I'm going to share something that's going to be probably new to you. So you recognize the symptoms, but you're not going to recognize what they're now calling it. And you're probably not going to realize that all of these things are related to us not being healthy. So, what is metabolic dysfunction? What is metabolic health? So, I have a checklist because there are certain things, there's like 25 different things, maybe more, that people regularly experience they think are separate issues. They think are just little insignificant things that happen. And a lot of people think it's things that happen just because we get older. And that's not true. I want to point you to Dick Van Dyke. Okay. The man's 100 years old. He walks with a cane now. He's slower, but he is in really good health. And some people get to 45 and have a heart attack. What is the issue here? And really, it's metabolic health on a cellular level. Our society in this country, in the United States, 90% of people are metabolically unhealthy. 90%. I've shared before, 75% of us are overweight or obese. That now includes children. And did you know that this latest generation is the first generation not expected to outlive their parents? Okay, this is a huge issue. And I'm going to be doing a series on this, talking about the different symptoms of metabolic dysfunction. You're going to recognize these. But what is metabolic dysfunction? So it's everyday symptoms that are early warning signs that you are in trouble. That if you do not get a hold of your health, you will not finish well. You will not maybe make it, or you will get into a situation where you are fatigued to the point where you really your function is compromised. Either that, and I've told the story before, or you have a heart attack and you're on the other side of this world in heaven. Okay, there are a lot of different things. So there are three stages. Three stages. I can count 3 stages. So the early stages are very often ignored because they are things, like I said, that most people attribute to, well, I'm getting older. And for some people, that's I'm getting older, I'm in my 70s. For some people, if I'm getting older, I'm in my 40s. Okay. So these are fatigue, low energy despite being able to sleep well, sugar or caffeine cravings, brain fog. Okay. Poor concentration, stubborn belly fat that's starting to appear. So these are the early warning signs that you need to get a hold of your health, specifically your nutrition. If those are ignored, okay, then you get the middle stage, which means that this is advancing. So you have mood swings and irritability, anxiety, poor sleep, trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Your blood pressure is creeping up. Okay, you have frequent urination and increased thirst. Then, if those are ignored, you have the later stages, and that's where metabolic dysfunction, metabolic syndrome is taking hold of your body. You have skin changes like skin tags, dark patches, breakouts, noticeable belly fat, weight gain, more intense fatigue, energy crashes like midday energy crashes, and your labs are having trouble here. You know, your glucose is rising. You may have diabetes developing, triglycerides, A1C, cholesterol, all of those different things. Those are advancing the metabolic dysfunction. So, what I want to share with you, first of all, I want to cover this is just how it goes. Do you recognize some of these things in yourself? I always have a challenge for you. My challenge is to have you take inventory of where you are physically. Do any of these things ring a bell? If they do, look into metabolic dysfunction, look into getting better nutrition. I have several things that I share on my group for Christian women over 40 on Facebook, Heaven and Health. But also I have a newsletter. I'm going to post these below, the links to these. I have several books that I share on there that are free with all kinds of information about physical health. But you can reach out to me because there is getting information is great, gets you to understand, gets you to start making changes. But your body, your lifestyle, your habits, your the way you think about things, your mindset, all different. God did not make cookie cutter people. So there is no one size fits all way to get healthy. Think about it this way. When you go to the doctor and you say you have a stomach ache, he doesn't just give you a pill. He asks you questions to treat the issue because the stomach ache could be due to this, that, the other thing. And he has to know what's the reason to be able to fix it for you. The same is true with getting healthy metabolically, losing weight in a healthy way. Everybody's different. So reach out to me and I have a free consultation. I can give you information and my recommendations for you. If you work with me, you're going to get fabulous results because that's what my clients do. That's what I do for my clients. So these are early, middle, and later stages of metabolic health that can result, if left alone, in catastrophic issues or just not living your best life, not able. I told the story about myself. I was not able to get up off my couch. I had to take a nap before taking a shower. I had to put my elbows on the table in order just to blow dry the top of my hair. If y'all have seen me before, you know I have very curly hair. I don't like it. So I blow dry it straight. But I can't do that without having the energy to do that. So I would have to put my elbows on the counter and then just blow dry the top. And then I had to take a nap after that. Okay. Now, since I got healthy in 2020, at 63, and I'll be 64 this year, I have more energy now than I did in my late 20s because I am metabolically healthy. The programs that I coach, I can now legally say, because we have done this, it reverses metabolic dysfunction, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, all those things. And we're going to be I'm going to be going into each stage, and I may go into some of the symptoms in more detail because they carry with it so many issues. And as I've said before, these issues affect other things. So the 4 pillars of health, you can have physical issues. And because you have those physical issues and they're progressing, you may not be able to have income because you can't physically work. Your spiritual health may suffer because this is debilitating sometimes for people, a lot of times, and your emotional health as well. Everything is interconnected. And if you can handle this, other things in your life are going to improve. So the challenge, again, is to look at those symptoms for the early, middle, and later stages. Where are you? What issues are you struggling with? And then reach out to me and I can share with you my recommendation for you. At the very least, I can give you some tips, free advice. So just reach out to me. Talk soon.